temporary variables, that variables are required only at the time of the creation of the page. I mean, like whenever the page was loaded into the server, only that during uh, dynamic creation of the values, only for that particular time it is required. Only whenever the page will be loaded into the server. Okay. For example, like I'll show you example of transit. Yes. See, this is a transit example to demonstrate. So here I have two variables. One is a normal variable like date time variable. This is similar to any of your integer string, boolean, integer string, decimal, long, like this. Normal data type variable, primitive data type. Now the another one is I have made use of a variable called date time. Data type called date time with a transient keyword. I have made use of transient keyword. Now I have made use of two methods here. The first method is if t1 equal to null. Okay, if this t1 is equals to null, it has to print the system timing. Okay, system dot now method. This method is nothing but which is used to display the time and date of a date in a GMT format. We make use of this method. Okay, now the next one is in next method what I'm checking for, if t2 equal to null, t2 equals to system dot now. So in both the things, in both method 1 and method 2, I just wanted to print the time by making use of a method called what, system dot now. Okay, so I have made use of, so in Visual Force page I have initiated this variables with expression like t1 and t2 to capture the data. Okay, that is whenever I refresh it, let's see what happens. Okay, let's go to preview of the page. Yes, now see what was the date and time it was given, 28 4 2021, 28 4 2021, and the timing was same, right? 5:50 14, 5:50 14. This is a GMT time. Okay, so now what happens if I refresh it? Whenever I refresh it, only the transient variable will be changed, whereas the normal variable will be just holding the data. So click refresh. See, it turned to 48 seconds. Again refresh it, 54. But the first value was not changed. Remains constant. 1. Now again 4, right? So this is the use of the transit keyword. Transit keyword will hold the values only whenever your page was loaded into the server. Okay, only at the duration, only at the page execution time it will be loaded. So we can also make use of any variable here. We, instead of time, we can give age, uh, we can give pin numbers, we can give any experience, uh, date, time, okay, etc. So let us also see, yes. Now let us also see like how this will be weaved in a weave state error. Okay. Now as I said, whenever we run, a log was created. See here, explain transient log was created successfully and a weave state record will be created here. And we can observe that the size was like 1.81 KB. Okay. Now just see the details. So okay, for controller 5.57 0.57 was occupied. Okay, for internal, and I want, yes, 1 second. It will show the value of the variable. One second. Okay, so here when you click on the state, when they click on this controller, when you click on this example, yes, see here T1. T1 is a, here we have it, yes, one second, yes, T1. T1 is a normal variable, right? We have declared here. T2 is what? Transient variable. But T2 was not displayed into this. It was not displayed and it was not captured in the B state. Why? Because we have used a keyword called what? Transient. Okay, so this is a use of a transient keyword. Transient keyword is used to generally hold the values for temporary purpose, and whenever we make use of transient keyword in a whenever we make use of transient keyword in a Visualforce page in beef state, it will be not, it won't occupy the size in a beef state as it is a temporary variable. So here for T2 the value, the size was not mentioned and it was not included here because here we are making use of a transient keyword. I hope it is clear. Okay. So this is one way to avoid the or to minimize the size of your Visualforce pages. Next one is, now the next solution I came up with is refining your circles. Yes, in circles. Okay, refining your circles. We have to recheck our circle queries whenever we are fetching the data. For example, like I want to fetch all the data of an employees in a particular organization. So there might be some employees who doesn't provide a few details like their experience or email IDs. So I can refine my circle query in such a way like whoever did not mention the email IDs and the experience of an employee should be eliminated. That is, whoever has a null values whenever the email and the experience have been given as a null values, that data should be eliminated. I want only the data which was fully filled. Okay, so in this way, like you can avoid the null values when fetching the data. This is the one method. Okay, so you have to recheck your circle queries, like how to optimize the performance of the Visualforce page. Okay, so first way is like to avoid the null values while fetching the data. Next one is like avoiding the multiple AND statements. That is, we'll be in few cases we'll be fetching the data like select star from so and so. That is star from so and then like fetch the name and phone number and email, like this we'll be using multiple AND statements in a single query, right? So this should be avoided. Instead of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, instead of that, what we can do, we can make use of all statements. Okay, we can make use of all statements to define our circle query. In this way also we can optimize the performance of a Visualforce page. Next one, minimizing the number of forms on a page. Okay, this is an important one. So here there might be situations like in one Visualforce page we can will be using 2 or more forms like this. For example, yes, yes. See here, like I have made use of account form. So from here to here, I have used one form from here to here for displaying the command button called cancel, and the output link for this I have used and segregated into another form. Like this, two sections was displayed here. Now, whenever I run this, as I told you, whenever we make use of a apex column form, okay, we state error, we have a chances of encountering the we state size, right? So for this, what we have to do, instead of using n number of forms in a particular one page, we can make use of a keyword called action region. This one, apex column action region tag. This is the option which we have. Instead of using multiple forms on a particular page, we can make use of this Apex column action region option. So what it exactly does, so whatever the code that you place under this action region, directly it is going to evaluate it whenever the program has been loaded, and whenever the Visualforce is going to call the server side. Then what happens, whatever the program or the code that you have written inside the block of this Apex column action region, only that particular block will be executed first, leaving the remaining rest. Okay, so first let us see how it works with action. I'll demonstrate two things here. Okay, so this is a VF page which I have written, which I have used for demonstrating this Apex region. So first we'll see without that how it will happen. Apex column form ID my form without action region controller. Here I'm not using any action region controller here. Okay, okay, without action region controller, I want my account to show phone as false. Okay, if account customer priority, whenever the account customer priority was set on high, I wanted to show my phone as true. That is, I want to show my phone text box as true and it should be displayed. Okay, else it should go to else loop and it is false. It should return the null value. So my action was clear, like whenever I set the customer priority as high, the action should be displayed. Okay, so whenever I run this, okay, as I said, like whenever I give high, what should be displayed? A text box of phone should be displayed here. That is what I have mentioned here. See, if you select the high customer priority, then the phone text box will be shown. Okay, phone text box should be shown. And here I'm not using any Apex region. Okay, but it is not displaying, right? But as I but here whenever I have clicked customer priority as high, it is not displaying. Instead of, it is displaying what? Errors in this SLA and account name. Why? Because I have not used the Apex action region here. So what is happening, ultimately the complete page was loaded into the server and it is evaluating each and everything here. Okay, each and everything here. Okay, so here I might have made a condition like SLA is required equals to true. So whenever this, it was interlinked. It is validating the other things also. Okay, it is validating the other things also in this Apex page. But my requirement is I don't want to validate any other things on the Visualforce page. I want to directly switch to the custom switch to a phone text. I want to directly display the phone text box whenever the customer priority was selected as high, and by eliminating all the other validations. So how we can do that? We can do this with the help of a with action region. Okay, so the same code that I have been using here, no difference at all. The only thing is here I have made C form. Here I have used Apex action region, this particular block. Okay, so here what I did, account dot customer priority is high. Okay, whenever the customer priority is high, I want to execute this block, and if a phone text box should be displayed. Okay, now I'll just click the preview. Okay, now see here, I'm just selecting as high. Automatically the phone text box have been displayed here, right? Why it is happening? Because I have made use of a tag called Apex column action region. Okay, whenever something was enclosed between this apex region tag, okay, only that particular thing will be executed on priority. Okay, and remaining will be left. Okay, it is not that the complete form won't be loaded. It is also here also the complete form will be loaded into the server. But the first action is it will be looking for the action region, whatever the code that was placed in the action region, and first this particular task will be executed. Then next the validations will be done. So this is how we can make use of the action region tag, and this tag is also useful for optimizing the performance of the Visualforce. Now next one is instead of using the command link and command button, use output link. Okay, why? Because if we make use of command link and command buttons, this both should be placed under what? It should be placed under the form tag. Okay, it both should be placed under the form tag. As we already have as we already know, whenever we handle with the form tag, we will be encountering the we have to deal with the view state, right? So in order to minimize the size of the view state or to enhance the performance of the Visualforce page, we can avoid this by using the output link, because this can be placed, Apex column output link can be placed outside the form tag. In this way we can also optimize the Visualforce page. Okay, in this way we can also optimize the performance